Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me video. I haven't filmed one of these in a while and I'm feeling very fall inspired, hence the sweater. So we're gonna be playing with some fall colors today and some fall makeup. So if you wanna go ahead and get ready with me, just continue watching this video. All right guys, so I'm just gonna zoom you guys in so you can get a little bit of a better look. Wow, get ready, whoa. Okay. I think that's better. I've already moisturized my skin. I am going to be applying some lip balm. This is just the Aquaphor Lip Protection Repairs. I actually purchased this because of Amanda Ensing here on YouTube. So I'm just gonna apply some because my lips are so dry. I love this stuff. Also, excuse this little guy. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have a pimple. The one day that I decide to film, it decides to just, you know, appear. So excuse that little blemish. Yeah, I wasn't very happy about it this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my brows. So for my brows, I'm going to be using this Anastasia Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. Get my brush, where are you? I have like too many brushes. I really need to sort through them. And I really need to wash them. Should probably do that after I finish filming. Let's see. Where are you? Aha, found it. And I will be using the Anastasia A12 brush. I love this brush for using it for the pomade. And I like to use it with powders too. It's just such a great brush. So I am going to start off by lining my brows. I know some people like to start with their face. I personally like to start with my brows just because I like to do my eyes first in case there's any fallout that I need to clean up. And then I like to work on my face. I tend to crease a lot in my under eye, so if I have to clean it up, it's just a bigger mess for me. So I just start with my brows. I like to start by outlining my brows, and then once I'm done outlining, I start doing stroke-like motions to fill it in. I already have pretty thick brows as it is, so I feel like I don't have to apply much product. So I'm using a very light hand with it. Onto the other brow. This is like my least favorite brow to do. I feel like the other one's so much easier. This one just like always gives me a hard time. I feel like the shape is different, so it kind of honestly throws me off. How cute are my little ears? My sister got them for me. Super cute. I love using them to get ready. I am going to go ahead and carve them out. I'm going to be using this Anastasia concealer in shade 1.5. So moving on to the eyes, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Eden. I love this stuff. I've been using it for years. I'd say like 4 or 5 years. I love this stuff. I keep repurchasing it. It's the best eyeshadow primer potion I have found for my eyes. I have tried like the Lorac, the Smashbox. I've tried tons of different eyeshadow primers, but this one's just the one that works the best for me. I have extremely oily eyelids, and I find that my eyeshadow stays longer and just looks a lot more vibrant with this primer. I've tried setting it with concealer. I know a lot of people do that, but my eyeshadow will crease. It just will not stay. Oh, so I do want to set that down before I start doing any eyeshadow. Oops. Just dropped something. It's okay, I'll grab it later. I'm going to be taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and using this light shade just to set down my eye primer before I start getting any shadows on my eyes. So for today's look, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. This is one of my favorite palettes. The formula in these is just amazing, and it has a lot of cranberry, browns, warm tone shadows, and this gold shade over here is calling that name. So I'm just gonna be using this for today's look. I'm gonna be taking the Makeup Shack 170 brush, and I'm gonna first be starting off with this shade right here, the third one on the palette. I really wish these had the names on the actual palette. That would make it a lot easier. This shade, it's like the most perfect, like warm tone brown transition shade. Love it. It's like just barely there, but there's enough of it in there. Once I've got that blended, I am going to move on to a little bit of a darker shade. I'm just gonna take the one right underneath it and mix it with the one right next to it. So this one is a little bit more like yellow tone brown, whereas this one isn't. So I think mixing it would be a beautiful shade to add. So I'm taking the same brush and just scrubbing it and applying it. A little bit lower than where I applied the first shade, but still in the crease area. I'm going to take a separate blending brush. This one is the Sigma EB13, and I'm just gonna soften up the edges. Just a little bit. Okay. Now with a smaller brush, this one has kind of like a little pointy end. It's a lot smaller. This is the B Bella NG344. I'm going to be taking this beautiful shade right here. I'm just gonna take that and apply it right to the crease. And I am concentrating this more in the crease. I'm not taking it too high up. I am just gonna keep it here and just, you know, blow it out a little. I'm taking a different clean brush. It's the same brush, I just have two of them. I'm taking the same B Bella brush that's clean, and I'm gonna go into this really pretty brown right over here, and I'm gonna be applying this on the outer part of my eye. I don't want to take it too far in, just a tad bit. It's like a really pretty caramely brown. It's beautiful. The formulation on these shadows is just everything. They're so easy to blend. Woo! They're pigmented. Oh no, I got a little bit of brown on there. Okay, we'll blend it out later. They're pigmented, and honestly, they're just amazing. I think that Jacqueline Hill did an amazing job with it. For the eyelid shade, I'm going to be taking this shade right here. It's a really pretty gold shade. Ooh! Did you guys catch that pigment? Jeez Louise. So pigmented. Honestly, guys, I rarely have the opportunity to get ready and get glam just because my job doesn't allow me to. Well, it's not like against policy, but I work with kids all day, so you know, I'm running around and chasing them around and playing with them, so it just doesn't make sense for me to get glam when I'm probably gonna be all sweaty running around chasing kids. So, and day to day, it's just like foundation, concealer, little bronzer, mascara, a soft lip, and that's it. So I'm not going to be doing any eyeliner today. I am just going to be doing this look because I want the main focus to be on the lips. So I think that the eyes are going to add some focus, but then the lips are just going to bring it all together. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes off camera and apply some of my favorite mascara, which is the CoverGirl mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, so the lashes are done. I do not wear false lashes, not yet. I'm kind of a little bit scared of them. I have worn them before, but I have pretty long lashes, so I like that look. But if you want to pop on some lashes, make it a little bit more dramatic, go for it. It would definitely add to the look. I like just doing my natural lashes with some mascara. This is my favorite mascara. I've been using this ever since I started doing my makeup. All of their mascaras just fail me. This one never does. So we are going to move on to the skin. So for my face primer, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover RX. I love this primer when my skin is feeling a little more dry, and lately my skin has been feeling so dry. I don't know what it is, but it's been feeling extremely dry. I usually have extremely oily skin, so this is different, but I do really like this primer. It helps moisturize my skin, make it feel nice and smooth and soft before applying any foundation. I will be also applying the Professional just to my T-zone. My nose, my pores on my nose are just ridiculous. Just right here, fill the little pores in. I really like that Smashbox pore primer as well. I love that one. It's just so expensive, and this one does the job just as good, and it's cheaper. For foundation, I'm going to be mixing my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This one is in the shade Bronze Beige. I love this foundation. I think it's only like $5 at the drugstore. If you have not tried it, highly recommend it. And I'm going to be mixing it with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and this one's in the shade Warm Beige. The Too Faced foundation is a little bit too dark for me. Honestly, I've tried the shade below this one, and it's still just too light for me. It's not my right shade, so I'm just gonna mix these and hope I get my right shade. I really like this mixture. It looks really beautiful on the skin. Wow. Maybe this is a mix I should be doing more often. I am going to take a little mixture of both of them, just a tad bit on my hand, and cover up this blemish a little more because it's so big. It's bothering me, so it's like right on my lips, so it also makes it a little bit hard. For concealer, I am going to be using the KKW concealer in the shade 5. I have used this once before, and it creased so much on me. I didn't set it with my usual powder, which is the Laura Mercier powder, so I'm not sure if that's why or what it is, but it did crease on me and I was so bummed. But I'm gonna give it another shot today. Maybe I just should have set it and I didn't. So I'm just gonna take shade number 5 and mix a little bit of shade number 4 in there as well. I didn't know what was my right shade, so I bought 2. Shade 5 is perfect on its own, but I do want a little bit more brightness, so I add in shade 4 just to help with that. I love KKW packaging, by the way. It's just so beautiful and pretty and girly. I live for it. Okay. I'm gonna highlight my chin with shade 4 and my forehead with shade 4. I don't like to apply concealer directly to my nose because, as I mentioned, my nose has so many pores, and if I apply concealer directly to it, it's just going to enhance them. No matter what I do, that's just what happens. So I just use whatever is left over on my beauty blender to highlight my nose later on, but I don't ever apply concealer directly to my nose. To set it, I am going to be taking my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Love this stuff. I live for it. It's like a holy grail product for me. I'm not going to do any intense baking. I'm actually going to press this in the skin. I like pressing it in. I find that it just helps my concealer last a lot longer. It looks a lot better on my skin than baking. I do like to bake every once in a while though, but I find this to be the best for my under eye area. Look at that highlight though. Like, do you see how highlighted it makes me? That's why I'm like, I love this concealer. I'm just hoping today it does not crease on me. I'm just going to be taking a brush and just running it under my eyes just to make sure all the powder's in there and that there's nothing just lingering. And to brighten my eyes up a little bit more, I am going to be taking the KKW Beauty Brightening Powder in the shade 3. It's like a really pretty yellow brightening powder. It's very, very similar to the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Actually, let me compare. I've like used it most of it, but this is magic. I don't know what they put in it, but it's just better than the Kat Von D, which I love the Kat Von D. I've been using it ever since I bought the palette. Like, that's my brightening powder that I've been using. But this is completely changed. It just like looks so beautiful on the skin. And it kind of like just makes it look so healthy and hydrated. I don't know. I don't know what they put in this. I'm telling you guys though, you need it in your life. It just makes your skin look beautiful. Add a little bit down here. Don't mind me. Like, want to bathe in this. It's that good. For bronzer, I'm going to be taking this Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. This one's in the shade 30. I absolutely love this bronzer. It's like the most perfect warm tone bronzer to use. It's just adds such good warmth to the skin. I think this is gonna be like my fall bronzer for sure. For blush, I'm going to be taking this Tarte Color Wheel. You guys, this has been the best purchase I've made. Tarte blushes are my favorite blushes, and these are just stunning. You just have so many options. It's amazing. Since we are going for more of a fall look, I'm going to be taking this shade right here. This is in the shade Ironic. It's a little bit more of a darker blush. Definitely in the fall vibes. I think I applied a little too much. I got a little heavy-handed, so I'm just going to take the brush that I used previously and just blend it out. Highlight, I am going to be using the Dose of Colors and Daisy and Katie collab in the shade Fuego. You guys, this highlight is the most beautiful highlight I own. I did buy the I Love Saudi collection. That highlight's beautiful as well. And I have a whole drawer filled with highlights, but for some reason I don't know what happened. My camera just gave me a little notification saying it was too hot to let it cool, and just shut off on me, but then it turned on its own. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna continue. As I was saying, I always, for some reason, lean towards this highlight, and I have a whole drawer filled with highlights. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. This was limited edition, but they are coming back with it, which is so exciting. I think I'm gonna purchase another one just to have a backup. But this has been my favorite highlight since I got it in the mail. It's just so beautiful. I mean, the highlight can speak for itself, y'all. Come on, come on. Yes, I like to add it right here, right above the brow, just to give me a little bit more of that nice glowy look. And then we are going to, oh, you guys, I'm a little heavy-handed because that's how excited I am that they're coming back with it. You guys, come on. It's so freaking beautiful. Blend it out a little because this is a little girl. I went a little heavy-handed. Apply some on my chin and some on the bridge of my nose. Very softly. So we're gonna go back to the eyes just to smoke it out a little bit. I'm going to be taking this Sephora brush. This is a precision smudge brush, and I am going to be taking that darker brown shade that we applied at the outer corner and mixing it with that little cranberry shade that we applied on the crease. And we were just gonna smudge this down here. I want a really like blown out look. I'm gonna go a little bit heavy handed on this, y'all. Y'all, I just went country on you guys. So now that we have those smudged out, I do want to apply an inner corner highlight, just because I want my eyes to be bright. Take another different, like, precise brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Fuego, the highlight that I use, and just apply that to my inner corner. Just want a very bright eye. All right, guys, so moving on to lips. This is the part I'm most excited about. I am going to be using, I don't know, should I do a dark color or maybe more of an orangey? I'm going to be doing the darker shade, and I'll do a different look using more of like an orangier shade later on, just because I really want to go like full on fall. So I am going to be using the ColourPop and I Love Sari collection, the lip liner in the shade Mamacita, and the matching liquid lipstick in the shade Mamacita as well. Ooh, yes. So dark, but I love it. My little ears off. I am going to go make my outfit a little bit more fall. I'll be right back. Just want to feel a little more fall-ish. All right, guys, so this is the final look. What do you guys think? I love the look. I love fall looks. It's my favorite time of the year. I just love the colors and just the warmth and everything about it. So as mentioned, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!